Bim! Guess what? We're live. Gonna write a column, gonna write a column, gonna write a column for the paper. Cat's having a mad half hour. Cat's having a mad half hour. Exactly. So yes, not good at all, but never mind. Let's not worry about it. Cat's gone mad. Pardon me. So yes. Hello to 2026. What a great year this is going to be. The new market hall will be opened, as will Stack and that's it. It's going to be rubbish, isn't it? It's going to be rubbish. It's going to be a rubbish year. Oh, and world peace. Will begin thanks to the Donald of Trump. It's correct. Trump to fart. It's not far wrong, is it? Oh, hi up. Hi DT. Hi Craig. Good evening. You say good evening again. This is the first time I've spoke to you, really. I've been, well, directly. I've obviously been speaking to you in ways, as in, you know, via the chat that I do when I'm driving. But I've not spoke to you. So yeah, hello. It's 23, no 22, 31. I thought it was 23, 31. I've just got an hour back. It's that mist and fog, it just, oh, flipping heck. World Cup will be a triumph, and the new Formula One regs will produce a new world champion from the brand new Cadillac team. Yeah, I'm taking the P. It's always good when you get an hour back. Hi Daryl. It is Fox Club. Fox Club. You're a Fox Club. Fox Cub. It's always good when you get an hour back. Especially when you didn't even realise you'd lost it. It's like when you find a fiver in your pocket, but then you remember you put it there 5 minutes earlier. another, and concerned about the rest. Since I have heard you talk twice already today, yeah, this will be the third time if you got us for the going out drive, the drive to Ashton. This will be the third live stream in one day. Stato! Yeah, it's like I said, I think I said last night actually when I was doing another one of these. You kind of, we all rely on time, but then when you don't rely on time, it's just weird. And when I had that year off from work, newer viewers won't be aware of this, but basically I have a shop in Wigan. The shopping centre was being demolished. We got evicted, so they could demolish it without us being in it, which kind of made sense. Although they didn't do it for 9 months, which didn't make sense. But anyway, ended up having a year off waiting for the Grand Arcade to have a unit that I could afford. So what I did was I had nothing to do and I had no money coming in. I didn't claim benefits or anything for the whole year because I thought, well, it's a bit of a ball ache, isn't it, if you claim benefits, because it takes weeks to get it, and then say the shop opens, then I have to stop claiming it. So I didn't bother. So I did a whole year without any benefits, without any money. So I couldn't do anything, couldn't go anywhere. Every day felt like a month, yet it felt like Tuesday every other day, which blew my mind because every day just dragged and dragged and dragged. But then, as tradition, I go to my mum's on a Tuesday, as I've done today, and it's it feels like it's every other day, but every day goes on forever. And you're like, yeah, time is just a construct, isn't it? How did you get into doing your column? It depends whether you like it or not, whether I tell you, even if you read it. I like the comments that people put on Facebook, they always amuse me. You got the people who 100% support me, and then you got the lefties who think I'm talking out my arse and doing propaganda for the Tory party, which the Tory party definitely don't think I do. So yeah, I think if you piss off people off equally, then you're doing the job right. No, basically I just thought that it'd be good to have another outlet apart from Wigan Watch, and it was roughly the time when Wigan Watch was taking off, and Luke Marsden, who was a contender in Big Brother, 20 years ago near enough, he had a column, but he was standing for local elections, so he couldn't do his column. So I wrote into the paper and said, I'll do a column for you while he's off for a couple of weeks or 4 weeks or whatever. And I went, I'll do it for free, and still do it for free now. And they were like, yeah, okay then, we'll write it, we'll see what we do. Anyway, I wrote it, and then he didn't win in the election, so I wrote to the editor and said, yeah, thanks for the opportunity, it was great and all that. And he says, no, he says, we want you to carry on. And that were 4 years ago. I've become, I've been warned a few times that I do push things a little bit, but I like to word things in a way that people who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about, and people who are lefties haven't got a clue what I'm talking about, so they don't get what I'm actually having a go at. I like that as well. So yeah, it's good fun. It's good fun, and the thing is to find something to write about every week. That's the problem. I mean, these ones are quite easy because we're predicting what's going to happen. Well, what's happened this year was what I did yesterday, and then what's going to happen next year is the one I'm doing now. So yeah, it's good. And I say I do it for the feedback. I get people coming in shaking my hand. People actually come into the shop and say, "Are you the guy who writes the column in the newspaper?" And I go, "Yeah." They go, "Oh, thank you. It's like you're reading my mind." And then you get people slagging me off, which I like as well. So, got broad shoulders. I've been a manager. I've been an area manager. I know what it's like to be hated, so it doesn't bother me at all. It's all part of the fun. Amazon Prime. So yeah, I do write a lot of stuff in the paper. The Facebook comments are the best. As in, terrible but good. What is that line there? Oh, there you go. There we go. Oh, that's what it was. It's gone now. They're doing what Jeremy Clarkson and Boris Johnson do, writing a column for a newspaper, except they are multimillionaires. How do you know I'm not a multimillionaire? You don't see what car I'm driving, do you? There's a reason for that. It's a Lamborghini. Shh, don't tell anyone. Hello. Can't see you. What? 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 I read somewhere that cats are meant to be the most perfectly designed creature on earth for their lifestyle. And I'm like, they're not though, are they? Because every cat I've ever had has a habit of throwing up. I mean, that's not conducive, is it, to to being perfect? You know, if I were throwing up all the time, I don't think anyone would say, oh, you know, he's perfect. Hello, Danger Mouse. Danger Mouse, astounding Danger Mouse. I'll get you, Danger Mouse. Right, hello, right, yeah, this is going to be the new market will be open as will stack, and world peace will begin thanks to the Donald of Trump. The World Cup will be a triumph, and the new Formula One regs will produce a new world champion from the brand new Cadillac team. I'm convinced on one of the above, semi-convinced on another, and concerned about the rest. I'd say unsure about the rest. Unsure about the rest. Oops. Hey. So what are your plans for 2026? What have you got plans? I know we've got Craig relocating to the United Kingdom this year for next year. So you're making Charles maybe doing a state visit to the US next year to meet your other mate, Mr. Trump. Oh, yeah, I'll be going as well. Sorry. Oh my God, Trump. Yeah, I've just slagged him off on this, haven't I? But never mind. Just for 2 weeks. Yeah, but once you get back here, you won't want to go home. Why would you want to go somewhere where you can shoot animals? You can do that here, buy an air rifle and shoot rats. It'd be great. It could be a whole new career. Rat exterminator. Who is he? He's Mr. Rat Killer. He used to do moose, but there's no moose left. Because he killed them all. Like that. That'd be your advertising thing. And get the red carpet. Yeah, blood-stained. Like the blooded footprints. And so that's why we use a red carpet. Subconsciously. Go on, see if you can autocorrect that because I've spelled that really badly. Oh, you did? Well done. Mind you, I did say subconsciously out loud and there's a microphone up there. Are you flying on Virgin, Craig? Because again, they've got red carpets, so... I'm saying that, I don't know whether I assume they would have, to be fair. I wish I had something interesting I was planning to do in 26, but unfortunately not. Well, I think some of the interesting things we do, we're not aware we're going to do at the beginning of the year. For example, I was not aware that I'd start doing this and getting obsessed with the old industry of Wigan. You know, that was not on my radar at all. And now I'm really annoyed that I can't go out and do it because it's pitch black all the time. But yeah, I've done so much studying on maps and things to figure out places to go, and I'm waiting for it to get really cold and freeze over. Flying WestJet. I think you misread that, Stato. The bin strike in Birmingham, that's just Birmingham, not the whole country. There's more rats than people. Yeah, I keep changing the name a bit because I keep coming up with a better name. And Rediscovering Wigan's Lost History is the current one, I think. Or is it... I don't know. But yeah, it is good fun. I do enjoy doing that. It entertains me, and that's part of it. And also I learned stuff as well. For example, I mean, obviously I knew that all the council estates around Wigan and the bungalow estates and the modern housing estates were not around 100 years ago. I mean, I'm not stupid. So I knew that. But what I didn't know was the amount of industry in the immediate area, including in that direction 3 coal mines, literally quarter of a mile away from where I'm sat. It's just insane, and a railway track running through onto the next estate, and then going over Ormskirk Road, and then going on into what's that pub called? Does the meals that's opened up recently? Oh, what's it called? I obviously don't go, so I don't know what it's called. It's too ready now. It's where the diversion for Little Lane is. I mean, you won't know, you don't live in Wigan anymore. But anyway, that area there was a massive industrial area. A well done, Fox Club. I practiced smoking and gone cold turkey, no vapes or anything, nearly completed 12 months. I think that is a nipple of applause. Have you ever read Bradshaw's Railway book? He mentioned about the Sulphur Springs of Skulls. No, the only thing I know about Bradshaw's book is that Michael Portillo, when he was doing his book, his train journeys, always had one with him, and he discussed the towns and places he was. Excellent, Fox Club. Top stuff. That's what we like. See, I've done something by pure coincidence or whatever. The Hall of Worsley, just off the backfields behind St Mark's, was cool. Oh, you remember that? See, I don't remember that because I only lived in Wigan in the 90s. And I never went around that area anyway, so I don't remember that. Primrose Farm. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Well, that entire estate around Primrose Farm, particularly, if you got the roundabout, so you got the roundabout, and then stuff that. Hang on a minute. Do better than that. Could do better than that. Dum de dum de dum. Dumph. We can. We can. Right. This is going to get messy. Always gets messy though, doesn't it? That's why you enjoy it so much, because it's a mess. Is it that one? Yeah, that one will do. So if I do that and then do that. Right then. So this here is Primrose Farm. That is Little Lane. And this is the new road that they built. And this estate here, this one, and this bit of grass, I don't know if you can see that or not, but this estate here, so that's Primrose, this estate and this grass here, are all part of heavy industry. As in, ta-da! So where Primrose is, there's a shaft. Let's go zoom in a bit, there we go. So there's Primrose, there's a car park. Where that white car is, there's a shaft there. And then there's another shaft here, and another shaft here, and another shaft here. So I've not done this area yet, but like I say, I've been studying it. Yeah, it's amazing the amount of stuff that was there that isn't there anymore. And even this, where all this grass is, it's an old what's it called, rivery, stream and reservoir, which goes underneath and turns off. So yeah, it's really good stuff, and that's the kind of thing I enjoy. I enjoy that kind of thing. Late father remembers the Yanks. Second reference to Yanks tonight. The other one was when I was driving through Staley, Vegas. There's a film called Yanks, and the early part of that film, the Americans are driving into town on the backs of the trucks and everything, and all the crowds are there waving the flags, going, "Yay! It's the Americans!" like that. And that was filmed in Staley, Vegas. I've not seen the later map with the foundry on Foundry Lane, but I know there was a foundry there because obviously it's called Foundry Lane. The clue's in the name, isn't it? You know, it's like colliery. What's it called? Gonna annoy me now. Woodhouse Lane, off Woodhouse Lane, Frog Lane. But there's a thing there called Colliery Summit or other, and it's obviously to do with the colliery. Yeah, there's a guy who works at the Grand Arcade, and he lives near Rabbit Rocks. And when he was a kid, he used to explore the the steelworks and everything. So anyway. Yeah, lots of coal shafts in Wigan before the 1840s. You didn't need permission to sink a mine shaft, and they were never recorded. No, sadly, they're only found when they started subsiding, or someone fell in them. But like I say, health and safety wasn't really a ting back then. It was not a ting. It wasn't a ting anymore then. But yeah, thankfully it is now. There was there's someone that's one at university lads who works for me on a Saturday. His mum's great grandfather or great great grandfather won a mine playing cards or playing some other gambling game, and he won a mine, and he went in. He decided to run the mine. It was only, I mean, we're talking, it wasn't a. It was just a hole in the ground basically. Have you ever seen gold hunters in Australia or out by Copal hunters or that kind of thing, where they just have a hole in the ground and they go in and they kind of do it themselves very manually? It was similar to that. Anyway, it turned out it was doing really, really well. It was getting loads of coal out and everything, and yeah, it was all really good until two houses collapsed, and then they found out that what he'd done is he dug in his mine that had no coal through to another mine that had coal and was nicking coal out of that mine, and just in prison or something. It's quite good. Oh, they're everywhere. Every time you want to build something substantial, you've got to get them big, massive core drillers in to drill the ground to see, because it's one thing to find bedrock, but the mines are lower than the bedrock, so you have to go even deeper still. So yeah, it is fascinating. Mining industry nationalised on the 1st of January 1947. I remember it well. I remember it well. I remember it like it were only 20 years before I was born. My biological father worked in the pits. I mention this occasionally when I'm in Ashton-under-Lyne, Audenshaw, and if you watch the drives, the bit where I go on the road, Ashton Old Road, no, Ashton New Road, with the trams on it, and drive into Manchester. Well, before that, there's a few sets of traffic lights, and there's a bit where the tram nearly crashed into me. I panicked one day because I'm driving along in my car, and the tram just kind of goes like that, and then goes round where the track is, and I honestly thought it was just going to take my car out. But before that, you've got McDonald's, you've got Curry's, you've got, I think, a B&Q, certainly B&M's, and various other. It's a shopping retail park, and it's called Snipe Shopping Retail Park. And, before it was a retail park, it was a mine. And my father worked there, my biological father. He was a miner. But he didn't mine. He actually, which kind of weird that I've kind of got into this now. Even though I never spoke to my father about it, I very rarely spoke to my father. I think I met him as an adult 4 times, and that was it. And we never discussed the past or anything like that. But, are you ready for this? Because I've just had a brainwave. It's not often I get brainwaves, but we're going to do a brainwave. So let's go out of here. Let's go across. Where are we now? We are in Staley Bridge. There we go. Gone too far. Duckingfield. New Moss Colliery. Right, New Moss is where all that stuff is. So I need to find... God, it's changed so much. I need to find something I recognise. Oh, actually, Right, I'm not as familiar with this area, so let's have a gander. So where are we? Never looked at this area before. So we are in Staley Bridge. That's that Staley Bridge, right? Okay then. So we go down. That's Staley Bridge. Is that? So there's Tesco, right? Okay. So that's Tesco, and before Tesco was there was a mill. I know that because I remember it. Castle Ironworks. My grandfather used to go in there as a child. You could just walk in, and there was they used to do what's the term for it? Statu will know. Well, you can Google it. Where they put impressions in sand, not normal sand, special sand, and then they pour the metal into the impression in the sand, but they didn't do it encased. It was kind of flat, so you could see it. And my granddad used to watch them doing it. He thought it was fantastic. Can you imagine that now? Doesn't bear thinking about, does it? And there's the old baths. I used to go swimming in them baths. So yeah, that doesn't look familiar. So I think round here is where my mum lives now. Let's have a look. Nope. She lives round here. So there was, where that school is, there was Grosvenor Street Mills, Cotton. The school there, I'm going to go to Staley Vegas and do this. The school there has been demolished, and I've actually got photographs of the demolition, because I was really into the demolition and everything that was going on at the time. Anyway, that's not what we're looking at. So we're going down here, then we're going up there, going underneath and then we're on the tramway. So we're going to go past Stamford Park, which is there, Stamford Park. Going to carry on. Cockbrook School, which is still there. It's now a restaurant. There's a road that goes up there. Road that goes up there now. Takes you to the college. College is not on here, but the college is here now. Railway line. We still go over. That's the cemetery that they had to dig up, I think. No, it's not. No, where's the cemetery they dug up then? It might be there then. I don't know. But they dug it. No, it's not. But there's definitely a cemetery they had to dig up the bodies. And there's another one here as well. Maybe that's the one that they had to dig up. That's St Michael's. That's the old church that we see on a regular basis. And then you've got the road that I follow. But here you've got warehouses and all other bits and pieces. So we follow it down here. And we get to St Peter's Church, which is the one I think Angela likes. So got the bowling green as well. And look, West End Pleasure Ground. Yeah, little known that Sir people of Ashton-under-Lyne invented dogging. Or am I? Yeah. So we go down here, and we keep going down here, and there we go. Oh, so New Moss Colliery. Okay. There's Ashton. That's Ashton New Road, which has got tramway. No, it says tramway on it. It does have a tramway on it now. So New Moss. Why was I told it was called Snipe? Because everything around there is called Snipe. Maybe it was New Moss Colliery, but everyone called it Snipe because there was a pub, which is still there, called Snipe. So yeah, but that's where if I put the thing on, the industrial estate is now, and the motorway, the M60 motorway. Is it M60, that one? No, it's not. But yeah, and that's the road that we come down, and that's the bit where I thought the tram was going to hit my car. It's just perfect timing. And here used to be very posh bungalows, but back in the day there were nothing. Something called Oak House. So yeah, interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of the stuff going on with the just reading what you've written. There's a lot of stuff going on with the I forgot what it's called now. Coal and everything. My argument has always been, we think we're a massive country, we think we're huge, we think we're important to the entire world, but we're literally, compared to the rest of the planet, we're smaller than a gnat's anus. So even if we cease to exist, it wouldn't make any difference to global warming. So why are we panicking so much? Why are we doing more than the big countries who don't give a shit and carrying on doing it? The only thing I think of is there's money involved. And when there's money involved, yeah, there was a lot of the mines I've found out were open cast in Wigan because there's that much coal. It literally is on the ground. So a lot of the areas they just scrape it off, and there'd be the coal, and they just dig it out. It's the easiest way of doing it. School on Welly from Tesco Express is built on top of one. That's my next visit. That is one I'm going to next. I did a mission trip to Mexico, and while I was there I went to the city landfill, and that's where I realised that the can of pop I recycled doesn't make a difference. It was as vast as far as the horizon, yeah. Oh, there's hundreds of mines. But yeah, the one at Welly is next to the Welly Loop line was pretty substantial, and that is one that's going to get. I can't go at the minute because it's too muddy. It's really annoying. But that's on my list. I mean, I say next one I'm going to do. It's the next one I want to do when I go, off the footpaths. But there are some I've got lined up that I can do that are basically on housing estates. Although I'm not a big fan of the housing estates, which is why I like the way I do it now. I did the last one where I was in Norley Hall, but barely filming Norley Hall and doing it overhead like I've just done now. Because yeah, that was fun, basically. And we like fun, don't we? Oh yes, we do like a bit of fun. How am I getting on with this? I'm on 279 words. Spelled colour is wrong apparently. I spelled honour wrong as well. God's sake. I spelled market wrong. Jesus. No worries, Fox. Hello, Sadis Mansa. Why, hello. How the devil are you? Why is dyslexia, or being dyslexic, such a fucking hard word? If you can spell dyslexia, you're not dyslexic. Although, to be fair, it just looks like, someone's got Scrabble tiles and just thrown them on the ground. And then they go, well, have that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one up there, and that one, and that one. And how did that one get up there? Let's not worry about that. So, with dyslexia, I think that is a great name for it. And I think we should push that forward for the future of humanity. Wrong one. Ugh. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Oh. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Yes, please write down any conditions you have. Thick. Because when I was at school, you weren't. I'm glad really that I wasn't diagnosed with autism or. I don't think I got ADHD, but I've definitely got autism. I think we all have, to a degree. I mean, obviously some are a lot worse than others, but I think we've all got autism to a degree. What's the other one? The one where you what do you call it? Like when I go to the supermarket, I wrap the carrier bag that I've brought out the car around the handle of the basket, and if I'm using the trolley, I use the palm of my hands on the side of the trolley. I don't grab the bar. So what's that? OCP. That's fucking RoboCop, you idiot. OCD. I suffer from OCP. Your move, creep. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Yeah, I don't even want to start with that. OCD, yes, not OCP. Crack open a cold one. Oh. God, this conversation's a good job. It's after 11, isn't it? This conversation's gone. Oh. I was also right. A comment normally takes me an hour. Well, I've only been on 50 minutes, to be fair, so yeah, I'll let you off. You'll see, you keep putting me off. But I've only written 291 words and have to do 550. Stormzy. I was just told I was thick until year 4 at high school. Yeah, I'm older than you, so I was just thick all the way through. Although I was in the top set, so they said I was intelligent, but stupid. Which kind of made me like what? But yeah, I didn't get any medication or anything like that, and I think I'm so grateful for that because now everyone's on so many tablets. Like I said, this summer coming in 2026, it'll be 50 years since I last went to a doctor for myself. If I get to the summer, so 50 years of not seeing a doctor. I can't many people who say that. But I'm a firm believer that as soon as I go, they'll find loads of things wrong with me. I'll have to take loads of tablets like statins and blood pressure tablets and God knows what else. They'll all have side effects. It'll affect my mental health, and I soon as just carry on. And then, you know, if you croak it, you croak it. Not that I don't want to care, but you know. Speaking of local elections in May, unless the Stormzy cancel them. Stormzy, see what I did there? I've been a miss since I was 14, 35 now. Gotta have the fun pills. I don't need the fun pills, mate. People often tell me you should, every now and then you should act your age, and I'm like, I do. This is why I act. This is my age. I'm not acting like other people my age because they're fucking boring. Not all of them. There's some I get on really well with, including the one I was talking about earlier on, although he's younger than me, who used to play around the steelworks at Rabbit Rocks. You're fun already, it's okay. Alright, okay. So I've had 2 likes so far, just having a gander, see what's going on. Oh God. Well, I'll be drinking water. Evian. And I'm not rich. I only drink Evian because I like the taste of it. I think it's great. And it's part of the Boots meal deal. So I get a litre of Evian now instead of Dr Pepper. And then I get the Dr Pepper from the shops that sell it for £1. Because no one sells Evian for £1 for a litre. So yeah, it works out that way. Up there for thinking, down there for peeing. Talking of which, I think I need to pee. Oh, God. Anyway, where are we up to? I'm up to 362. Many are already speaking about the local elections in May, unless these Stormzy cancel them, saying that they want Labour out. That is not going to happen, as only a third of the council seats are up for grabs, meaning there will still be a Labour majority, even if they don't win a single seat. That's how politics works. But who will prevail? Reform UK seems to be popular, though more are mentioning the Green Party. Both of these have some good ideas, but also some very scary ones. How can you spell scary wrong? I'm scared I've spelled scary wrong. Oh, I put an E in it, there's no E in scary. I mean, it's called scary. There's no E in scary. I mean, that's scary if you think about it. No E in scary. Like there's no I in team. Whatever that means. Yeah. So I put a couple of Guinness in the fridge. So I'm going to go, a freezer, so I'm going to go and grab one of them. You have a chat amongst yourselves, or go to the toilet or whatever. I'm going to do that as well, actually. And I'll be back in literally less than 3 minutes. But don't time me, because that stresses me out. Gets me anxiety going. No, it doesn't. It's what I'm talking about. Hey, cat. There's a cat amongst the pigeons. Well, it's a lot warmer in here than it is anywhere else in the house. In the house. Interlude music. Do 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 do. I could have played a video, couldn't I? Really? That would have been interesting. Play a video, boy. I don't want to play a video. Just play a video, boy. I don't want to play a video. Play it in video, boy. Yeah, I nearly left it in a bit too long. It's brain freeze. Brain freeze. Right, so to finish this off, got a Strongbow. I can't do cider. I can only do Guinness or gin. I've not had gin for nearly a year. And obviously Evian. But yeah, I need at least a couple of Guinness, because I do so much and I'm old, and you need the energy. So yeah, it's. But I'm drinking more water, and I've lost weight. I've lost about 5 stone. I can't do anything but sweet cider. Oh, it just sends me. One of the worst drinks you can have in the world ever is warm cider. It feels like you're eating it. It's like you're. I'm really not keen on it whatsoever. No, £5. Sorry, not 5 stone. Jesus. I mean, I am overweight, but not that overweight. Christ, I look like Peter Kay, but no, too soon. That's better now. White Lightning younger than I should put me off cider for life. Don't crap, I used to drink. Oh, you get that tingle in my mouth that's horrible. That kind of thing. I remember I was particularly poor, childcare costs and all that. And I was coming home from work, and it was a miserable day. It was windy, it was cold. I was walking because I couldn't afford to use the car. And I thought, I'm going to get drunk tonight. So I stopped in an off licence I don't normally go in to get 4 cans. And I saw this stuff that was like lager, but it was, what do you call it? Like White Lightning, but lager. It was like 10% or something. And I'm like, oh, that's only double what I normally have, which is like 4%. Well, double in a bit. And it's only a bit dearer than the stuff that I normally get. So I'll get drunker quicker off that, so it'll be better value for money. So I got one of them. I got a 4-pack, walked home with it, shoved it in the fridge, had half of a glass, and literally threw up everywhere. Out my nose, practically threw up out my eyes. Should have come out my ears as well. It was disgusting. I mean, it tasted vile, but I thought it didn't matter, I'll get drunk. Yeah, couldn't cope with it. I'm like, how? Tennent's, I think it was Tennent's Super Strength. It was disgusting. So I didn't drink the rest of it, and I left the other 3 in the fridge. And I'm like, what am I going to do with them? Anyway, I come up with the genius idea of buying some lemonade and having it as a rather potent shandy. So I did get rid of it, but I'm like, never drinking that stuff again. Yeah, ironically, I can drink scotch. I drank nearly half a bottle of scotch without even realising I was drunk. It was only cheap stuff. It was like Asda's cheapest own made scotch bottle, and I drank half of it. And I'm like, I'm not getting drunk here. No sick, no nothing, no hangover the following day. It was only when I let the cat in, and the air hit me, that I was like, whoa, like that. But I've ended up going into I used to drink 3 litre Strongbow and sit on the field opposite Morrison's in town back in 2007 when I was 17. Oh dear me. But yeah, drinking's a weird thing. And I also started drinking when I was 28. I made up for it. The irony is, I met my daughter when I was 28. Also separated from my ex when I was 28. A lot of stuff went on when I was 28. Okay, I've spelt exist wrong. I've spelt it like exorcist. 28 is young to start drinking. I was one of them though. I didn't need alcohol, and I don't get drunk now for the sake. That's what I said before. I've halved the amount of Guinness I drink. I mean, because tonight it's late, I've actually got the equivalent of a pint glass, but I've got smaller glasses now, and I pour half the Guinness in that, and then I'll have that, sit down, watch some telly or edit a video or whatever. And then the time I get another can normally, I'll go and get the other half of that can and drink that. So I've literally overnight halved the amount of Guinness I drink. I still drink too much. Oh, just young. 28 is young. Just young. Yeah. My first drink was when I was 15 at my dad's funeral. Tragic. I got wasted and puked in front of the buffet at the after party. Oh my god. Wow, that's like a don't I hope no one from Emmerdale who writes the scripts is in. They'll be sticking that one on. Oh my dear. From tragedy comes hysterical weird shit. Ugh. Your friend fed you Wicked. I used to drink Wicked. I basically did the teenage drinking, but as a 20, 30 something year old. I started on Wicked, and then kind of worked my way up. If ever there's a day to get away with it. Anyone want some of the buffet? It's alright, we've wiped the sick off the cling film, it'll be fine. Just don't stand in the vomit. Yeah. Oh. Talking of soap operas, I caught Coronation Street last night, and it was weird, but really, really, really good. I was 14 on Lamberhead Green School Field. I'm glad, I was 14 I got pissed on top of a school. Yeah, no, the field in the school, that's fine. Oh, Jesus. No, my ex, she's still got a massive family, and they do a lot of family parties, which happen a lot because there's a big family. And one of the traditions is to get the men up there and they perform to You Can Leave Your Hat On by stripping off and dancing. And anyway, I'd not been drinking long, so I got drunk really quick in them days. And they got me up there. I'm like, I'm not really part of the family, I'm only, oh, you're one of us now, you have to join us. So I kind of went full Monty, as in proper full Monty. And then someone nicked all my clothes. So I'm there at this family do, literally bollock naked, apart from my socks. I have some decorum, I'm British, I always keep the socks on. Running round trying to find my underpants and everything. And there were people taking pictures, which will still be out there somewhere. They will come back and haunt me one day, I know they will. But yeah, I was off my trolley. I think one of the guys actually egged me on to take my undies off. And yeah, I even went around my head, and that's when someone grabbed them. And yeah, that was it then. So yeah, thankfully there was no social media back in them days. No camera phones. So it was all, yeah. We all look the same with no clothes on. Oh dear me. I was old and naive. No. That was at St Thomas's actually. Oh my God, do they have a wall of shame in St Thomas's? And there's me going, with nothing on, yeah. Getting flashbacks. Well, yeah, I mean, this thing with Farage. Best thing I ever did when drunk was go to that Subway near King Street and ask for salad cream on my sandwich. The guy said, they don't do it. I said, sorry, I mean salad cream. Don't do it. And it was 5 minutes for me asking for the salad cream until I was like, oh, sorry, mayo. If I'd have been him, I'd have just squirted mayo on anyway if you were that drunk. And then the second... Oh, it seems we're doing confessions. I think I've mentioned this before. I've been to one stag do in my life, and it was in Manchester. And again, I got drunk really quick because it was still early on. He wasn't happy. I bet he wasn't. These bloody drunks coming in here, and we were at a nightclub near where they built the Midland Hotel, and it's nowhere near the gay quarter or anything like that. And we'd had a big go-kart in, we'd been to a few pubs, and I was off my head. And I was queuing up for the toilets, which I thought was unusual, being a bloke. Queuing up for the toilets is not something that we do. And so I'm stood there queuing up, and I had a shirt on, not dissimilar to this, but a shirt. So I had a shirt on, like that, all nice and everything, quite smart. It was summertime, so it was quite warm. Didn't need a jacket or anything. I had a shirt on like that, and I'm queuing up, and I'm leaning on the wall in the queue. And next thing I know, I open my eyes, and there's a guy literally, like, there, and I'm like, hello. And he was looking down, and I looked down. As I looked down, I saw that his hands were like that. and they were on these little chappies, and he was giving them a little tweak like that. And I'm like, he'd undone my shirt, and I'm like, what are you doing? Because I was drunk. And he went, I'm playing with your nipples. And I went, I'd rather you didn't. And he went, oh, okay then. And he buttoned my shirt up to where it was, patted me on the head and walked off. And everyone from the stag do was literally 20 foot away, wetting themselves laughing. I mean, absolutely wetting themselves laughing. And I was like, if they'd have left him to it, God knows what would have happened. But yeah, very polite. I was very polite as well, because I'm not a violent person. Most people would have just punched him in the face. But I was like, I'd rather you didn't. So he stopped. I mean, these things, you've got to have stuff like this happen to you, otherwise, your life's boring, isn't it? So every now and then you get something really weird that happens like that, and it's like a thing that you can talk about at dinner parties. Not that I go to dinner parties, or when you're online typing a column out for a paper that you're meant to do in an hour and you haven't done it yet. But life's rich tapestry, isn't it? But everyone's left the chat. Let's have a look. Oh no, we've had two people leave. I'm not surprised. I'm sorry. Been Canal Street a couple of years ago, and some woman was too long, didn't read. Joined my friend and I in a restaurant and paid for our meals. I probably wouldn't put that in the column. Why not? We've all had embarrassing stuff going on. I'd understood it. If I was in King Street, I'd have been like, yeah, I still said earlier, well, but I'd be like, I'd get it a little bit more. But it was did anyone ever watch Most Haunted? And they did an episode where it's a nightclub, and above the nightclub was a Methodist chapel with the the big ring, the seating going up, auditorium. That's it. With the bit that people stand at and do all the worshipping and everything. I'm not a churchgoer, and yeah. King Street's very dead. We've got a new bar that's opened up in the old Bamboogie, and it's called Belfast. And every time I've walked past, admitted it's no later than 7 o'clock. There's been 2 guys in there. So yeah, but the rest of it is completely dead at that time. Right, so what are we up to here then? Many are already speaking about local elections may, unless the Stormzy cancel them, saying that they want Labour out. It's not going to happen. There's only a third of the council seats for Progressive, meaning there will still be a Labour majority, even if they don't win, won a single seat. Win. Why did I type won instead of win? Win a single seat. But who prevailed? Reform UK seemed to be popular, though more are mentioning the Green Party. Both of these have some good ideas, but also some very scary ones. The perfect vote would be for someone who had all the good policies and none of the bad, but they don't exist. Or do they? Yeah, it's what is it? Boxing Day Madness or something, where everyone dresses up in fancy dress and all that, and the 3 mils is trying to nick that off them. But I'm like, well, you're not really nicking it off them because there's no one there to do it anymore. So fair play. They've seen a gap in market. We will have more successes like the amazing job done. Done? Are you done? Amazing job that was completed last year on the Civic Centre. A triumph. Don't get me started on the old courts. You talk about trying, they are very trying indeed. I haven't gone out of focus. Why am I out of focus? Just noticed I'm out of focus. Why am I out of focus? Let's do the old thingy trick. Don't tell me it's raining. What? No, it's cloudy. When's the rain coming? 6 o'clock in the morning. That's good. That means it'll, well, it might be freezing rain. Oh, hello, Si. What do you want? Just need to sort out this. Oops. Hang on. There you go, I'm in focus. You can see all my flab perfectly. I do apologise. Warts and all, boobs and all, you know, it's just, that's how it is. What can you do? I've only ever been to King Street once, and I only went in one bar, and it was weirdly the Bamboogie bar, or now is the Belfast bar. And why would you call Belfast? When I think of Belfast, all I think of is bombs going off. Anyway, I think I put somewhere else, like, you know, Kildare, or well, I think of a doctor if it is Kildare. Dublin. No, not Dublin. It's already taken. Kilkenny. Oh my God, they killed Kenny. That used to be my favourite stout, Kilkenny, but you can't get it over anymore. But anyway, yeah, it was a sports bar at the time, and I was working at Dixon's when Dixon's was in what was the Yorkshire Bank, which is now some gambling establishment. But back then was Dixon's at the top of Standish Gate, looking down Standish Gate. I was working there, and we went on the Christmas do, and yeah, again I got absolutely drunk out of my head. I didn't like work, and I remember peeing on the leaflets that were on a basket through the fence of the shop. Yeah. So if anyone died from that, I do apologise. You married? Didn't see that coming. I'm not joking. UK jobless rate climbs. Well, they will do, won't it? To 4.5-year high. Well done. Liverpool crash driver jailed for 21 years. What? Wow. That's a lot. My first Pokemon game was from Dixon's. When I worked there, when did I work there? Because I moved to I moved to Game. I basically got I worked for a company called Escom in Bolton. I got poached by Dixon's in Bolton. They then transferred me to Wigan. I was there for a while. And then I got poached by Game. Ended up working at Game. Became a manager of various shops, including Liverpool and Wrexham. And then I left when they got took over by EB. But when I was at Game, it was when the PlayStation 1 was the biggest thing. So I don't know when Pokemon come out. It's not something I really took a lot of me much interest in, if I'm being brutally honest. I've got a pain in my collarbone. I think I slept on it funny the other night. It's what happens when you get old. If you don't sleep like a corpse, which I don't do, you end up getting weird aches and pains and things. And the cat, what are you doing? Don't you? Hey, I was asking you a perfectly civil question. I said, what are you doing? And you go, at me. Oh, it's gone again. 1999. No, I was at Dixon's. I was at Dixon's mid-90s. I wasn't at the end. Can't remember who I worked for when it was the millennium. Anyway, what? I was wondering, when does Elder sleep? I normally go to bed around about 1 o'clock and then get up about 20 past 8. I don't go to sleep straight away. What are you doing? Not every night, anyway. Why are you rubbing yourself on a shelf? Cats are weird. But no, it's one of them old sayings, isn't it? You know, you sleep when you're dead. No, she won't let me pick her up. And she won't jump on me. So, nah, tough. Although I bought one of them little camera things that you can move around, so I can, on my mobile phone, I can have a look and see what she's up to. So when I went to bed last night, this is what she was doing. Oh, hang on, I need to see what you're seeing. Well, there you go. So I can see what she's doing. And I wouldn't mind, that's turkey. and I gave it to her before I went to bed, and she looked at me like I'd shat in it. And then I go upstairs and immediately turn the camera on, come downstairs, and she's filling her face. Bloody typical, isn't it? So yeah, bloody cats. Grr. Grr. Sorry, I didn't mean to grr at you. Or did I? No. Right, where are we up to? 452 words. For myself, continue to watch the new events around the town centre of the Green Box Assessors. An amazing job that was completed last year in the Civic Centre. A triumph. College new boots like it will be completed soon. Collier's Market will be open by Christmas, says the council. The plantation gates restoration will continue along with a whole and the new charity tenants in Wigan Pier 3. 181 words. 240 watching? Nah, it's not 240 people. Why would 240 people watch this? What? Yeah, it's saying 242 people. Right, okay, who's messing around with this? Because there's not 240 people watching me typing, talking crap. Yeah, go on. If you're watching and you're like, I need to prove that I'm here, hit the like button. I'm not doing it for likes. I don't really care about likes. But it's the only way I can prove that there's people here, because I think you're all bots. No offence, I'm sure you're lovely people. That's not even a thing. I'm not having that. I'm not having that at all. We've got 252 viewers and 5 likes. I mean, it's just madness. It's not going up. It's gone down now. It's gone down to 247. Don't worry. Normal service will be resumed. But if you want to ask a question, ask a question. That's just mad. No one's liked it, so these are not real people. It's just some bot probably fishing with a PH. Do you know what they like? They like a good fish. I certainly don't pay for anyone to come on here anyway. Punishment enough seeing me, isn't there? Yeah, 247 and still only 5 likes. So yeah, there's no one else watching. So just ignore that. The numbers have gone bonkers. Because we've been hovering at 7 and 6, which I think is realistic. Let's have a look if I can go on to. Because if you want to, if you want me to say hello to you, I'll do that. I don't mind. YouTube Studio. I'll see how many subscribers we've got. Have we gone up by a stupid amount? We're on 5,580, which isn't bad for an old guy. But no, there's not 200 people watching. I can guarantee you that. I'd bet my house on it. That's bonkers. Yeah, it's gone down to 240 now, but still only 5 likes. So no, it's not real. It's just a glitch. Worry ye not. Not that you were worrying, but you know what I mean. Oh, we got a little heart thing then, did we? No, we didn't. It was just me. Oh, flipping heck. Yeah, we're still there on 5 likes, 237 people watching. See, I could say do dislikes if you don't want to like. I don't mind you disliking, but the problem is I don't see dislikes on the stream because it doesn't want to get people upset because people don't like you. Oh, the society we're living in at the moment. Let's have a look, see if I can see it on here. Let's let me say I'm on at the moment, so that's not good. Content live. Yeah, oh, it does say I'm live there. We've got 5 likes, no dislikes, and it's saying we've got 243 people watching. So even if you're not liking this, even if you're not liking it, just do some reaction if you're real. Or are you AI? God, can you imagine if all them subscribed to this channel, they would literally, their heads would explode. You really don't know what I talk about and you don't want to be involved in this, so what I suggest you do is leave immediately. Don't come back on Thursday at 10:10 UK time. Okay, do come back Thursday at 10:10 UK time. What is going on? That's just madness. Absolute bonkers. Yeah, we're still on 244 with 5 likes. So yeah, they're not. And no dislikes. Stormzy, as in Stormzy, has put his minions on you. Yep, they'll be getting a knock on the door. It'll be all the bloody police, won't it? What's he talking about? Is he slagging off Kia? Oh, I'll have to arrest him. What can we say he's done? Oh, hang on a minute. Let's. Is it because I said 21 years for running a few people over in Liverpool? You don't get that for murder. I'm not saying he shouldn't go to prison for a very long time, but 21 years just seems a bit weird. Anyway, we can talk about that on the news programme, which is on a Thursday night. Yeah, no, I'm not liking this. I prefer it when it's like, 7 people. This is kind of creeping me out a little bit. Still only 5 likes. Yeah, so it's some AI bot thing. Maybe it's China. Yeah, Trump's coming out with a load of BS, isn't he? Maybe they used AI. Oh. Sorry about that, I clicked the wrong button. Are you back? Am I back? I panicked then. I clicked the wrong button, I closed in the wrong tab. Oops, I daisy, eh? Yeah, we're on. I've seen myself wave with my man boobs. If you're looking for fit 8 packs people, you're in the wrong place. Yeah, thankfully it does automatically reset, which is kind of cool. Anyway, what are we on? We're on, how many words am I on now? 481. We can watch and record the new developments in and around the town centre. Hopefully we'll have more successful at the amazing job that's completed last year at the Civic Centre at Triumph. The college new build like it will be completed soon. Collier's Market will be open by Christmas, says the council. The plantation gates of Spec Plantation wrong, very wrong. Gates restoration will continue along with Hay Hall and the new charity tenants in Wigan Pier. The new charity tenants in Wigan Pier. Wigan Pier. We're here for the pier. Right, has it gone down now? It must have got. Yeah, it's dropping off now. It's dropping off now. People have realised that they've come to the wrong place. It still says 243 though. That's yeah. To be fair, some of the live streams I do when I'm driving does this every now and then. It just goes like that. I used to talk to Toff about it. I'm like, what the hell's it? And he was like, well, I don't really know, but I don't think it's real people. So yeah, it's definitely not. Anyway, need to finish this off. We can. So what else was? I thought of something then. I've immediately forgot about it. Jack's nightclub faces an uncertain future after the fire. I've drawn anything on this house in the past hour. Have you let your cat watch cat TV? No. She has no interest in the telly. Someone sent me a picture of their cat watching me on YouTube. Oh, it was you. And I was like, that's just weird. I've got a really itchy foot. If you wonder what I'm doing, my hands are here. Got a really itchy foot. And it's really, 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 really annoying me. I haven't drawn anything on this house in the past hour. I haven't drawn anything on this house in the past hour. What do you mean drawn anything? What? I'm very confused. Up to the fire. What else faces an uncertain future in Wigan? Oh, I actually hurt my leg now by scratching on the wheel of the chair I'm sat on. I'm just going to go and get my other can. As long as I drink it before 12:30, I'll be alright. I'll be reet. I'll be reet, I will. I'll be reet. Reet petite. Oh, I sound like Jackie Wilson now. I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven. We got now 256. Oh, you design buildings for your job. I thought you were a delivery guy. You were a delivery guy yesterday. I'm confused. Anyway, I'm going getting another drink. I'll be back imminently. That's posh word for shortly. I think. Is it? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'll be back in a minute. I'll see where the cat's gone because she's vanished. She has vanished. She's probably back in a shoebox. She's got a shoebox on the landing and she just loves it. She just lies in there. And sometimes I think she's dead. And she's just passed out in it. And then she'll take chunks out of it and then she moans when there's no box left, so I have to get another box from a shoe shop. Are you in the shoebox? It's not in the shoebox. Where are you then? Where are you there? Have you ever heard that saying about I'm not saying it's difficult controlling the staff or the football team or whatever, but it's like herding cats. Well, that's exactly what it's like. When you say you design buildings for your job, do you mean you're an architect? Because that would make more sense. Oh, 2 centimetres of rain on Thursday. Right, we should have gone down to net zero now for viewers. Yeah, we're down to 45 now, which is still ridiculous. Now down to 11, so we're back to normal. Normal service has been resumed, including me being out of focus. Oh, we've got Google asking me loads of questions. Are you open Christmas Eve? Are you open Christmas Eve? Out of focus. Yes, out of focus is the best focus. Focus on the out of focus, and that way you will focus on the out of focus. There you go, I'm in focus now. I probably look better out of focus, I'll be honest with you. I think most people do. Isn't that why movie stars back in the day used to be out of focus? No. Alright, I can't call myself an architect because I'm not qualified. So how can you design buildings and build it? Are there sheds? Silence. Nope. Jesus. She comes in, runs around and runs out again. Right, Christmas Day. I am closed Christmas Day. Thank you. Christmas Day closed. Right, so it's just saying. Oh, God's sake. Right, okay, let's get rid of that. But if you're building lots of buildings, then you can afford 25,000 Canadian dollars, because that's only like £6, isn't it? Or is that Australian? That's Australian. Right, we're down to 7 people now. Alright. So while you're over here for 2 weeks, you can't design and build me a 2-story extension on the back of my house for £600. What's the point of making friends with these people? Shush. Right. That's 504 words. I can do that if you like. Could you guarantee it as well to stay up for longer than a week? Longer than a week. Hey, Rivington Avenue. Yeah, the first move. See, some movies that are remade are very good. I'm gonna be controversial here and say RoboCop. The remake of RoboCop was very good. Total Recall, the remake of Total Recall, was a very good film. The only problem with both of them was they shouldn't have been called just RoboCop and Total Recall. They should have been called something different. They're in the same universe, but they're completely different stories. And because they've got the name of the original, which is, I mean, RoboCop is one of my favourite films of all time. So because they've got the name of that, and it's not RoboCop, even though it's a good film, you think it's crap. And then you've got the other one, which is I forgot what it's called now. Total Recall. Ironically, my recall went for Total Recall. Was a good film, but I mean, it didn't even go to Mars. I mean, the whole point of Total Recall was get your ass to Mars. And yeah, remakes, nah, no time for them. But if they'd called it Recall, as in the advert, Recall, then it might have been a good film. So it's the same universe, but it's a completely different story arc. But it was anyway. I don't know. They've run out of ideas. Hollywood has run out of ideas. Is it your fair because the guy goes to work when he's dead and you'll be the same? I mean, you're going to come back to work, right? What, when I die? Yeah. I'm going to be turned into a... well, how could I do it? I could go... your game, creep. $4. Carrier bag. Dead or alive, you're not nicking this game. Elder cop. Just that's quite a lot of green on that. That would have looked really weird. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's move on. So anyway, relayed. Okay, we'll go with that one. If you compare them with the originals, they're awful. But as a standalone movie, they're really good. I mean, RoboCop, I'd have called Ninja Cop or something. I mean, I've only watched it like twice. And Total Recall, I watched once. But I didn't think they were bad. I think the thing that let them down was they were called the name of the original movies, both of which are absolute classics. I mean, I don't have many favourite movies, but a lot of them are Arnie movies. And, yeah, Total Recall, Terminator 2, Predator 1, Running Man, yeah, Running Man's a good one, which is what started this conversation. What they could say about these chatting things is we do go off at some weird angles. Earlier I was talking about some random guy playing with my nipples. And now we're talking about multi-million dollar movies franchises. I agree. If you don't think of the original, yeah, just think of it as a movie. You know. John Higginbotham, are you doing any live Christmas wrapping of presents? Probably not this year, because I didn't get any Christmas presents to open last year. I was very disappointed. And you're welcome, by the way. So I'm not really buying any presents this year. I mean, I might do something, but as I said on that on the news thing the weekend. Not the weekend, on Thursday. It's only Christmas when you've swore at a sellotape roll because you can't find the end of it. Someone's doing something with the heart thing, so thank you. I don't know what it means, but it's all good. Maybe it's one of the bots who was on earlier. Or have they all gone now? Oh, they've gone. We're now down to... yeah, it's family, innit? What do you do with family? Nobody's gonna be to bad Maria. Yeah, we got 9 people watching, 6 likes. We got an extra like, even with less people. At one point, we had 400 people allegedly watching. They weren't. No, sorry, 200 people watching. 246, 242. T2, probably my favourite all time, but there's a scene where the T800, Arnie, breaks off his arm in some machinery. It kind of makes what happens at the end pointless. Alright, yeah, because what they do is I saw Terminator as a kid like 8 and it scarred me for life. What? I mean, even at the time, oh God, I'm going to tell you. Oh, I do apologise. Oh God. I'm going to tell you my Terminator 2 story. I apologise in advance. I wasn't in it or anything. I'm not like, I didn't play John Connor. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. You saw me on the dance floor. It wasn't me. You saw me in Terminator 2. It wasn't me. But no, the movie, the 8-year-old me was scared as hell. Yes, I get that, to be fair. So, Terminator 1, I think I might have seen, but I only saw it, I didn't really pay much attention to it. And I was working and living in Birmingham at the time. See, not, some of us, Craig, we also get around a bit, lived in some digs in Edgbaston, you see. And we were doing a tie-in with the local cinema in Birmingham city centre. The local cinema was the Odeon. I mean, it's like at the time, it was the second biggest screen outside of London. The Odeon. It was on New Street in. It's probably been knocked down now, but anyway, it was on New Street in Birmingham. Birmingham. You right? Birmingham. And the manager rang me up. Basically, the idea was, a game would come out and it'd be based on a movie. To be fair, it's more of a movie come out and it was based, and a game come out based on the movie. So what we did was we had these signs that we stuck on the, used to get these promotional stands, and it would say Back to the Future 3 on it. And what would happen is I would give my standee to the cinema, and they would give me their standee, and then I would put their standee in my window, and they would put my standee in their foyer, and it would say, depending which one you were at, you've seen the movie, now play the game. So that would be in the foyer of the cinema, and it would say Microbyte, Bullring Centre, cheapest price, blah blah blah. And in the Microbyte that I worked at, we had it in the window, and it would say, you've played the game, now see the movie at the Odeon, New Street. And it worked brilliantly, because every movie had a fucking game. I mean, they're all crap, but every movie had a game. And you need to save this conversation about Doctor Who with Stato when he's in. Anyway, I got his phone call. It was like a Wednesday morning, and it was the manager of the New Street Cinema, and he went, "Hiya mate, are you doing anything this afternoon?" And I went, "Well, I'm at work," because obviously I was at work. He went, "Oh, can you manage to get some time off?" And I went, "Well, I suppose so. Why? What's the matter?" He said, "Oh, we're doing a press preview of this new film." And I'm like, "Right, okay." And I went, "What's this film called?" And he went, "It's called Terminator 2. And I'm like, and he went, "You've seen Terminator, haven't you?" And I went, yeah. And I'm thinking. He went, "Oh, brilliant," he says, "well, get yourselves to cinema at like 1 o'clock, and I'll get you some popcorn and some Coke and all that kind of thing. Not the drug, the drink." He didn't say that, I'm just clarifying for you guys. And he said, "Well, I'll see you then." And I went, "Yeah, right, okay, thanks a lot." So put the phone down, and a couple of lads who were working for us, a couple of guys working for us, were like, "What was that about?" And I went, "He's it's the so-and-so from the cinema, and he wants me to go and watch a press preview of a film." And they went, "What film?" And I went, "Terminator 2. And literally their jaws just dropped. "That's not out until next year." And I went, "Oh, right, okay, is it not?" They're like, "No. Why are you going to see it?" I said, "Because we're doing this promotion, I think, and he just thinks, it'd be nice for me to go and see it." And I went, "Lucky bastard." I went, "So you'll be alright on your own, will you, for a couple of hours?" Yeah. Alright, okay then. So anyway, I go to the cinema. I don't remember actually getting to the cinema or speaking to the guy, but anyway, I do remember going into the cinema, and it was huge. I mean, I'd never been in that cinema before. What I didn't tell the guy was, I used to go to a cinema up the motorway, up the M6, because it was nicer. And I'd never been in the Odeon because it looked a bit old-fashioned. Anyway, there was 2 other people in the cinema, and both of them had lamps over the shoulder. Like the angle lamp things, but they're on the shoulder and they're pointing down, and they had a pad, and they were jotting things down. And I go in and I've got a massive, pop and a huge tub of popcorn, and I think, losers. And I sit down, and the movie starts. The bit at the beginning where the screen goes junks, and then it turns into the front of the truck, and then the truck engine starts and it drives off. I got goosebumps and everything, and I was so excited, even though I had no recollection of what Terminator was. And I watched it, and I was blown away. I mean, special effects, particularly the T-2000, with the cylinder, and then converting into, whatever skin it was, the bit where he spikes the stepdad or the foster parent through the mouth into the fridge, the bit where he goes into the aeroplane and turns to the helicopter and turns to the pilot and says, "Get out." All that kind of thing. Nice bike. I even ran like that for a while when I was running because it was just cool. Anyway, I watched it. I got back to the shop and there was an atmosphere, and I thought, what's up with these guys? And I went, oh my god. I said, I've just been to see it, and I checked first, was everything alright? Yeah, okay. Anything happened? No, okay. I said, oh my god, you won't believe it. It's fantastic. There's a bit where they're like, shut up. I'm like, no, I gotta tell you this bit. And they're like, shut the f*** up. I'm like, no, I've gotta. And they're like, if you don't shut up, we're in walking out of here. I was like, oh. So I'd gone from being excited about a film with effects that I would never seen before, ever, to it being a double-edged sword of not being able to talk about it until the film come out, by which point I'd left Birmingham and I was back up north when the movie actually made it. But the thing is, back in 1990 there was no internet, so all the magazines and everything were done old school, with printing presses and all that kind of thing. They weren't CAD. It wasn't It wasn't like there's your magazine. So you have to go to. Oh, you look after yourself, Danger Mouse. Hope everything's okay. Fingers crossed. But yeah, it was a double-edged sword, and I couldn't talk about it to anyone, and it really, really, really wound me up until the movie came out. At which point I was like, and I saw it about 4 times at the cinema. It was just fantastic. I paid for it the other times, obviously, because I wasn't living in Birmingham anymore. Edgbaston. It has aged well as well. I mean, some stuff you look at now and you're like, ooh. I mean, at the time it was like, oh, but yeah, even the bits, the thing that spoilt it for me, and I've never watched a behind the scenes anything since, was when I got the DVD, or did I get a book? I think I got a book, and you know where he gets shot, bang, 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 and you get these big disc things. I always thought they were CGI, but they weren't. They were kind of stuck on, and it kind of ruined it for me. It was like, I wanted to believe it was, so I didn't actually read it. We will see you soon, Danger Mouse. Have a good sleep. And look after yourself. But no, it was, don't go down. Scarred for life. If you're right, I get it if you're right. I mean, you're on about Rivington, you're on about it's aged well. Terminator has not aged well at all. Particularly to be fair, the majority of it is alright, but the bit at the end where the Terminator is an exoskeleton, not an exoskeleton, an endoskeleton, is really bad. So yeah, I see that. Oh, I've got over now. God's sake. So definitely no rapping. I don't know. I don't know. I might change my mind, I might change my mind, John. I might do one. I might not. I don't know. I mean, I've bought a couple of presents, but yeah. I mean, EXO, buy him a load of crap, but he's just not interested anymore. He's kind of grown up, which is a bit sad, really, when people grow up. Donald Trump suspends UK trade deal after frustration with Labour in major blow for Keir Starmer. Okay then, yeah. Salvation of the only decent one after the first two films. I must admit, I did watch. I agree with you. Terminator 3 was terrible, but I did watch it recently when it was on the telly, and I think because there's been a gap of many years, I thought it was all right. Salvation, I didn't really get into Salvation. That's one with Doctor Who in it, isn't it? Um, the only was it Dark Fates, or is it Genesis spelt wrong? The one where, because there's one where they send him back. They send, oh, what's it called? The first guy. Send him back, and they say, she'll be a delicate little flower, so treat her carefully and all that kind of stuff. And she's like, she pulls up straight away when he arrives, and she's, come with me if you want to live. And she's like a soldier and all that kind of thing. And he's all like, hey, what, hey? Because at first, yeah, so I didn't really like that one. But then, I think one of the last ones was okay. But I couldn't get into Salvation. I played the game Salvation as well. You like fighting bloody spiders. Where's spiders? I don't want spiders in bloody game. No spiders in bloody Terminator. Right, Iron Man? There's no spiders in Terminator. I don't think there is. Anyway. And sometimes there is and sometimes there isn't. Anyway, I need to edit my column now because I've written too many words. What the hell? Question mark. There we go. We continue to do Wigan Watch and record new developments in and around Siren Centre. Hopefully we'll have more successes like the amazing job that's completed last year in the Civic Centre. A triumph. The college new build looks like it will be completed soon. College Market will be on by Christmas, says the council. The Plantation Gates restoration will be continued along with Hay Hall and the new charity tenants at Wigan Pier 3. Cycle faces an uncertain future after the Fibre Hill Railway track will continue to be relaid and ready for the 2027 relaunch. And we can assess with the old, now long gone industry sites in the borough, and we'll continue to visit them and learn more about Wigan's past. Along. Oh. Let's just get rid of that. Let's just type roads. Yeah, bang on. God, I'm good. Let's pet rods. I've spelled roads wrong now. God, what is wrong with me? Well, 2020 is going to be a new market. We always thought it was going to be a Dodge Roll. We'll try for the new Formula One race to produce new chambers from the brand new Cadillac 2. Convinced on one of the above. Semi-convinced on another. I'm not sure about the rest. But one of my bugbears regarding the market is its name. It's been given. So many have spoken about a dislike for it, so I've come up with a second name. It's interesting. Almost every statement put out with the council, that word is put in to normalise it. I guess so as to make people subconsciously get familiar with the dreadful name. Anyway, I was fettling in the interweb and came up with the best name ever. Blah, 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 blah. I can't tell you this because it's secret. Blah, blah, blah. Power to the future. Great town. I may not be speaking at local elections in May unless the Stormzy cancel them saying they want Labour out. It's not going to happen as only a third of the council seats are up for grabs, meaning there will still be a Labour majority even if they don't win a single seat, but it will prevail. Reform UK seems to be popular, though I'm not mentioning the Green Party. Both of these have some good ideas, but also some very scary ones. Perfect world with someone who had all the good policies and none of the bad, but they don't exist, or do they? Hi. I will continue to watch good record new developments in around the town centre. Hopefully we'll have more successes like the amazing job that was completed last year at the Civic Centre. The college new build looks like it will be completed soon. College Christmas and the council, Plantation Gates resolution will continue with the Hay Hall and new charities next week appear. Jackson likely in the future. Fine. And we're trying to continue around 27. We're obsessed with the old and gone industry sites in the borough. I will continue to visit them and learn more about Wigan's past. I've also set myself a chance to walk around Wigan Borough in one walk without using main roads. Okay, there you go. Happy New Year. File, save, as, browse, as, ZZ, top, as, 26, 01, 0101 2026. It's a has this year gone stupidly quick. Oh. It has. It's just gone mental this year. And I know people. I remember when I was a kid, people say, "Oh, when you get older, time goes quicker." I'm like, it doesn't, but it does. It does definitely. Oh, hello. What do you want? What? What? Cat's back. It has gone quick, yeah. So when are you flying over? I know you're over soon, aren't you? Christmas and New Year. Christmas and New Year, like? Anyway, sat on the shelf again. She's going to be rubbing herself on. Oh God, I retract that statement. God's sake. Heathrow? So you're going to get up from Heathrow? Are you gonna build them the new extension, the new runway, new terminal and everything? Got a very itchy ear, and I don't like having an itchy ear. God's staring at me. It freaks me out when the cat's staring. Just look at you like. To be fair, they don't do that with their mouth because they can't, yeah. Renting a car and driving from Heathrow. My God. Just remember, you need to drive on the right side of the road, which in the UK is the left. Just so it's perfectly clear for you. Right then, so top fans. Number 1 is Craig with 225 XP. I think that's the most we've ever had, and I mean ever. Sedis Mansa, second with 150 XP. DT 150 XP in third. Danger Mouse, good luck tomorrow, 125. Fox Club 75. Rivington 75. John Higginbotham 50. Stephen O'Neill, Stato 50, and Daryl Bartlett 25. What did Daryl Bartlett say? I don't remember seeing a Daryl Bartlett in the old chat. So we got Daniel Stevenson, Save Master, Fox Club, says Master, Daniel, Daniel T, Save Master, Daniel T, says Master, Daniel T, Save Master, Craig, Save Master, 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 Daniel T, Daniel T, Craig, Save Master, Craig, Said, Craig, Rivington, Sadie, John, Said, Mouse, Said, Rivington, Craig, Daniel T. I was hoping you would send Boris back. Yeah, riding up from Heathrow to the northwest of the UK on a Boris bike. God, how many times will you have to recharge? I did pass my test in the UK. Okay, fair enough. Can't argue with that. Anyway, that is it. Thank you very much for watching, if indeed you still are. All being well, I will be seeing you at some point in the future. And until then, thank you for watching. Oldest test centre near Mains Park. That's long gone. Long gone, that's long gone. Anyway, yeah, thank you for watching, if indeed you still are, and I will see you all again next time. Until then, bye. Now left.